Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutation to you, Akim, that's pushed this word in truth and Salaki and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Alright, I wanted to do a video today touching on the Bering Strait, which was actually inspired by my daughter. Because she's going to school, and this is the bullshit that they teaching in the schools. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm just here to let you know it's bullshit. It's a fallacy. It's a lie. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as no people walking across the Bering Strait coming over to the Americas. You know what I'm saying? But yet again, like I say, this is what's being taught, in today's society, in these schools, you know what I'm saying? With Esau being the devil, the deceiver, that's what he does, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just get right into it and see what Esau has to say about this Bering Strait, all right, and kind of just pick his words apart. So, I Googled here, who crossed the Bering Strait, right? So it says, let's read here. It says a dominant theory. So I already let you know it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? When he come with hypothesis and theories and ideals and all that, that means he don't know, or basically he don't know. Or again, it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He just making this shit up as he go. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever sound good. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a good story. He'll put it out as fact. You know what I'm saying? He'll come with these theories as if it's fact, but he has no way of supporting these lies. You know what I'm saying? And basically, the men of the Lord, you know what I'm saying, dealing with anything to do with life in general, it has to be funneled through the scriptures. And if it don't stick to the wall, then it's not true. It's not of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? So again, it says a dominant theory suggests the ancestors of Native Americans crossed the Bering Strait about 15,000 years ago and quickly colonized North America and then South America. And that's a fallacy. That did not happen. The Native Americans, who are the tribe of Gad, all right, the Gadites, they didn't come over here that way, in that fashion. They actually came from the east coast of Africa. You know what I'm saying? Around the Horn of Africa, right, coming up through the Pacific Ocean and landing, all right, through the grace of the Most High, in what they call the South Americas, Central America, and migrating their way up to North America and Canada. Okay. All right. And, Lord willing, I get the scripts on that. But I just want to go through this nonsense. All right. What else it says? It says, can you walk across the Bering Strait? Crossing the Bering Strait, it is virtually impossible for a Westerner to receive permission to arrive on the Russian shores of the Bering Strait. But see how they being evasive with the answer? Okay, whatever, it's illegal. But can you do it? Is it humanly possible to do it? And the answer is no. You can't do it. It says, an adventurer wishing to kayak, swim, walk over the ice, or sail from Alaska to Serbia across the Bering Strait would have to do so illegally. So if he was to do it, he'll be brought up on all kind of charges and this and that. But again, it's not humanly possible. All right, you got all these ice glaciers. All right, it's cold as fuck. Okay, it's what are you gonna eat? You know what I'm saying? It's like the climate in that area is not fit for human beings. You know what I'm saying? There's no civilization out that way. So yeah, you can go out there, but that's where your life go in. end. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how the Most High got it set up. You know, it says, what else it say? It say, how deep is the Bering Strait? As a matter of fact, this is basically like Esau's version. Like Esau's version of the part in the Red Sea or the Gulf of Suez. You know, written of in in the Book of Exodus. You know what I'm saying? This is like his remix. Now that I think about it, this is like his remix of him saying, Native Americans or whomever, cross this they'll say a land bridge. You know what I'm saying? That's why and this is how you know Esau is full of shit, because when he comes with these astronomical numbers, as far as, when it's always thousands of years ago this happened, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 70,000, then it's some it's falsehood, because in actuality the age of the earth is only about like 13,000 years old. You know what I'm saying? Going back to the book of Genesis, that it took 6 days to create the earth, and the seventh day he rested. Those days represent years. Okay? So for each day is 1,000 years. I think you can read that in the book of I think it's First Peter. So like if I'm wrong, but anyway, where it say a day to the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. All right, so it actually took 6,000 years to create the earth, not 6 weekdays. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it went down. It took 6,000 years. Yahweh shine the angels, you know what I'm saying? Created everything you see, and it took 6,000 years to do that. And then you have basically a period of time, another 1,000 years, that the earth just rested from all, from everything, from all the creation. But again, like I'm saying, this is his version. That's exactly what it is. His version of of the parting of the Gulf of Suez. Let's see. It says. Let's see here. I'm kind of just doing this off the cuff, but I just know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, through the elders, they gave us this truth. You know what I'm saying? They broke it down, and it's just using common sense, and most of all using the scriptures. You're able to separate the truth or the lies from the truth. Let's see what else. Bering Strait, crossing. Let's see what this says. Possible route of the bridge across the Bering Strait, right? Because they want to say that I know I was reading something talking about basically the Earth during one of the ice ages, because now it's multiple ice ages, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, during one of the ice ages, all the water receded, and it created, a landmass, like a strip of land that, people were able to walk through. Okay? But, hey, okay, let's say that. But there's no traces of no human beings ever traveling through there. It's no type of, just, boats or clothing or bones or, any kind of, clues to, people, traveling across this strip of land. so-called, because it's false, you know. That's why it says the possible route of the bridge across the Bering Strait. They don't even know, you know. Here we go again. It says a Bering Strait crossing is a hypothetical bridge and or a tunnel. He's all trying to cover everything. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't this, it's that. And then if it ain't that, it's this. You know what I'm saying? I can't prove it, but I'm just saying that's what it is. That's how Esau get down, man. You know what I'm saying? That's his one of the weapons that he uses, his lies, his deceit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get over on people, telling you bullshit. And the only way he can tell you bullshit is he has to know the truth. And he tells you lies in order to cover up the truth. You know what I'm saying? To namely keep the children of Israel in prison. You know what I'm saying? To keep them away from, knowing their power, knowing their Savior, and knowing who they are. And in fact, knowing who their enemy is. Right? Which is chiefly the so-called white man. Right? Esau, Edom. The devil. Okay? Let's see what else he got to say. Spanning the relatively narrow and shallow Bering Strait between the Chukotka Peninsula in Russia and the Seward Peninsula in the U.S. state of Alaska. Okay. What else? Hold on, let's try this. This guy. Because the Bering Strait is named after this guy here, Vitus Bering. And if I remember correctly, I don't even think he passed the Bering Strait. And not only that, let's go back. So he was a Danish cartographer and an explorer in Russian service. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can find it because I don't even remember him making a complete, travels, from Russia to Alaska. Like he died, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Hey, you got to think about it. They saying the Native Americans, came over, and this will be what like primitive. Well, okay, again they said a land bridge, so lucky for that. But you're not sailing across this, man. Right? The Lord didn't set it up for man to travel across this region. Here we go. Here we go. It say Bering himself became too ill to command his ship, which was at last driven to seek refuge on an uninhabited island in the Commander Islands group in the southwest Bering Sea. On the 19th of December, 1741, Vitus Bering died on the island, which was given the name Bering Island after him, near the Kamchatka Peninsula, reportedly from scurvy, although this has been contested, along with 28 of his men. So he himself and 28 of his men died, right, trying to go across this so-called Bering Strait. And again, like I say, it wasn't even called that until, a little after he had passed on, in 1741. I'm going to do a part 2 to this video. Shalom.